How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Today we are starting off our Madden 20 videos, and no, we are not doing no more NHL videos. Got some misunderstanding by some people from that. Just throwing it out there real quick. We are going to continue NHL videos more than ever. Will be more NHL videos than we ever do Madden, ever do MLB. But I like to mix things up, like to bring the content to other games as well. Keep things interesting. So if you enjoy watching these videos, I do appreciate that. If you just like the NHL stuff, that's cool too. You know, I completely understand you not wanting to watch videos of a game you don't even play, especially when it's somebody as nonchalant and boring as I am. So here we go. Today's NHL, sorry, I can't even say it right. Do it. We're already on the wrong game, fellas. Today's Madden video is gonna be, we're gonna play an entire season where every single team starting quarterback has a torn ACL. Now, we're not literally gonna go out there and tear every single guy's ACL. That seems kind of mean and ruthless and a little gruesome. So we're not gonna do that, but we are gonna make it so they're not in the league anymore. That is what a torn ACL does. It essentially says, you know what? There is no chance you're playing the rest of the year. You are on the shelf. So we're gonna see what happens if every single team is forced to play with their backup quarterback going into the regular season, going into playoffs. And the way we're gonna force that is because you cannot, at least I have not learned, unless somebody has a way here, I have not figured out a way where we can just trade players and keep them off of franchise mode. You have to give them bad overalls. So that's what I ended up doing here, as I gave all the starting quarterbacks terrible overalls. We released them from their team. So I mean, technically, if they want to go back and re-sign their player, sure, you can have Mitchell Trubisky, but he's going to be a 25 overall. Same can be said about Aaron Rodgers. You want him, he's going to be a 35 overall though. So we're assuming these teams are all going to be forced to go out there and use their backup quarterback. We're going to see who's got the most depth out there. I know we still have Dwayne Haskins is out there. I remember seeing him out there. There's some young guys out there, the younger quarterbacks that are going to get their chance to shine here. Ben Roethlisberger, Joe Flacco, Winston gone, Carr gone. Everybody you can imagine out the door. Patrick Mahomes with the 12 overall. We had to knock him down to a 12 because we tried to knock 2 of his stats down, and it was like, nope, that's not going to work. You got to knock 3 of them down because the guy's just that dang freaking good at throwing the football. Ended up at a 12 overall after it. So it was a little bit messy there. Nonetheless, here we go. We're going to go ahead and sim to the playoffs. That is where we'll go here. We'll go to the playoffs. When we get to the playoffs, that is when we'll stop. We'll go check out the stats. It's a little bit different with Madden because we don't really get the box score screen week by week. I don't know why they don't do that. So they give us this weird loading screen here where we just check out a nice fancy looking F for Fortnite or franchise mode. Depends how you're looking at it here. Instead of going down like each and every single game. That'd be kind of cool to do while you're simming. Go through week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Regardless, simming up pretty quick here. When we get done, we will see how this league turned out with no starting quarterbacks though. All right, here we go. We're simming up week 17 here. This should be interesting. It's hard to tell who's making playoffs here. It really is. The Brownies! The Browns love it. The Browns love when there's no quarterbacks. That's just what they needed. The Browns of all teams know what it's like to have a struggling quarterback. When everybody's on their playing field, they're a good team apparently. An 11-5 team. The Colts 11-5 without Andrew Luck. The Jaguars making playoffs too. Let's check out that AFC playoff picture real quick. The Colts 11-5. The Browns 11-5. No dominant teams, but some good teams. The Jets, another team that has been struggling with the quarterbacks. You put them on an even playing field, they go 10-5. The Chiefs, they're just that dang good. 10-6. The Chargers 10-5 as well. We mentioned it before. The Jags made it. The Patriots, no Brady, 8-7-1. Let's not start talking about how Belichick would make that team 11-5 even without Brady. Madden doesn't understand that. NFC, the Redskins 12-4. The Saints, no Drew Brees and still going 12-4. Really, 11-5 out of the Giants, 10-6 out of the Niners. 9-7 out of the Cards and the Bucks. Some big misses by the Eagles, the Rams, the Bears sliding in there, winning their division at 7-9. Oh man, would it be nice to play in the NFC? That's the North. That's the South. That just seems like that is not the South. Is it the? It's not the East. Redskins, Giants. They made. What am I missing here? What division is this? The North. Oh, it's the North. Who would not like playing in the North? 7-9, 7-9, 6-10. What a division. They killed it. Let's go take a look at some of the stats here real quick. Stats right there. You got to get used to where the stats are in this game. Player stats. Jeff Driscoll, baby. Look at him go. 3,200 yards. Let's check out the entire league here real quick. See how these QBs did. The NFL. Tyrod Taylor, the GOAT. Going out there. 4,300 passing yards. 30 touchdowns. A lot of interceptions. That's what he does best. How did he do in the run game? Is the run game here? Do I have to switch for that? Probably got to switch for that. Oh, I ain't too worried about a Tyrod. You'll be all right. Chase Daniel, young stud. Cody Kessler, not bad himself. Nick Mullins, 29 touchdowns, 10 INTs, 28/8 for Cody Kessler. Had a pretty good season. That was an elite season. I could have a few more touchdown passes, I guess. Drew Lock, is that Andrew's brother? I mean, it almost looks like him a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie. Is that possible that he's on the Broncos now? I don't know. That's an O, and it's not a U though, so I guess that'd be more of a Drew Lock. Nice, intelligent reading there. Brian Hoyer, you're still in the league? How about that? Getting her done. Josh McCown still rocking on them Brownies. 29 touchdowns, 10 INTs. A lot of 4,000-yard passes. We're a bunch of guys that don't have the slightest clue how to make a starting position in the league. There are a lot of 4,000-yard passers. You wouldn't really expect that many. Who led the league in INTs? What's the sword playing? X in this game? Oh, there you go, Ryan Finley. Get you some, baby. 17 for Chase Daniels. David fails. He failed a lot because he had 23 touchdowns and 17 INTs. 16 out of Taylor. Leader of the league in touchdowns was Chase Daniels. Well, let's go take a look at the wide receivers real quick. We have a little bit different receiving out there because we have different QBs. We'll see who had the most yards. It was still Mike Evans, the GOAT. Travis Benjamin, no, second in the league. Golden Tate right behind him. Emmanuel Sanders there at 1195. Michael Thomas. A lot of the good receivers still being really good. Besides Cole Beasley out there, 1,100 yards himself. How about that? Anthony Miller, 1,142 yards. Marquise Goodwin there. A lot of 1,000-yard receivers. Larry Fitzgerald, doesn't matter how old he gets, he's still dropping 1,000 yards. Just the Rodgers with 1,000. Willie Snead just barely missing it. Let's go ahead, though. Let's finish up these playoffs. We will see who our winner of the Super Bowl is. We know it's not the Bengals. We didn't need to take a quarterback away to know that that wasn't going to happen. No, we'll sim on up to this Super Bowl here. See what we got cooking. Here we are, Super Bowl. Saints v Chargers making it in there. We'll have to see how this ends up real quick. See how the conference, like Brownies and Chargers, Saints and Cardinals. Big games right there. High scoring games. Close ones too. 4-point games. I am not entirely sure what happens when I sim up this next week. I'm afraid I'm just going to completely lose everything here. We'll see what happens. Advance week. Advance the next week. Next week. After the draft. Just 1 week. I want to see you won a Super Bowl. That is all I'm looking for here. Don't kick us completely out of franchise mode. I haven't played franchise mode in Madden for quite a while. It's been a long time. Not really sure how this stuff sims up these days. Hopefully it lets us see everything right after it. It's already complicated. It's kind of complicated just to get to the playoff bracket thing. There really wasn't a playoff bracket. There was just the tree thing right there. I see how long it's taking a while. Now we're good after that. We don't need to sim up to the off season. That's good. Yeah, I said 1 week, not 2. Thank you very much, EA. All right, here's what I'm looking for. Let's take a look at. Oh, we're not gonna have a playoff schedule. It looks like. All right, sick. All right, so it looks like the Super Bowl went to the San Diego Chargers. I wish there was an easier way to understand this. 24-21 win. There has to be an easier way to figure out who won the Super Bowl. It can't be that complicated. I remember playing franchise mode back in the day, and it was actually like in-depth and understandable. I am so confused playing because everything's so mashed around and stuff. I don't know. Somebody understands it, right? Somebody explain that to me. How in the heck do you look at the Super Bowl other than going to the news? There's got to be a way to look back at that. Otherwise, though, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.